So hello everyone, it's Shelby87 here, and today we are going to get into the new Natasha Denona Bronze Cheek Palette. Now y'all know I was going to pick this up even if I didn't pick up the eyeshadow palette, because first of all, I wanted to see if it's going to be similar to my Natasha Denona tan palette, and it is not from what I saw. But I'm going to hold them both up so y'all can see. So this is the new one, the bronze, and this is the old one, the tan. I'm actually wearing this supposed bronzer on the cheeks right now because it's supposed to be a blush or a bronzer. This don't work for a blush for me. This don't work as a bronze for me unless I put cream product underneath it. So to me, this palette was kind of a fail for anybody who's darker than medium tan. But since I paid for it, I just use it. The highlighting is okay and the cream is okay. It's just more of like this powdery shade right here that I was supposed to use as a bronzer. It's just unrealistically not a bronzer. I feel like I don't even really look bronze today, and I put like my Bite Cocoa stick underneath here just to get as much coloring as you see here. But you know, in the wintertime is usually when I try to reach for this more because, you know, at least I'm a little bit lighter and we got a little better chance. But I heard the formula of these right here is different. Like, and I haven't been hearing good things about the formula. I watched Mel's video, and then I watched, what's her girl's name? Morgan Turner's video, and I don't know why I was about to say Megan Trainor, but I haven't heard good things about these powders right here. I mean, these creams right here at all, so I'm kind of not excited about that. But I figured I'd show all the palettes together and then, you know, talk about the formulas, because since I just used this one, and I didn't use the creams in this, and obviously we can't use the highlighters because we have to use the highlighters in this one, but I did just do a battle of love with this. Literally, like right now, it's on my face. So tell me which side you like better, this one or this one. But this is on one side of my face, and then the XX Revolution is on the other side of my face. But I just got done using this cream and powder, so I basically use the top part because, again, I can't use the highlighters, and I didn't want to be too shimmery at this barbecue because I'm already going to be looking crazier than everyone else because nobody else is going to have on makeup. It's just going to be me. So I figured we wouldn't do anything too wild and outlandish, even though my eyes are saying the exact opposite. But I actually like the cream in here more than I normally do. So what do you call it? I'm gonna go ahead and talk about all of these at the end and see if I feel like there are any formula differences. But my all-time favorite one, of course, is the first one, the Bloom palette. This is the best one that she has come out with. The first one was the best. I like the creams in here. I like the powders in here. Like, everything in here is wonderful. Now, the second one, I figured we just get this out of the way now. Second one is this tan one. Like I just said, bronzing who? Blushing who? Because the damn sure ain't me. I had to put cream underneath and then try to set it with this powder in order to make it look like anything. And I still feel like it doesn't really look like I'm bronzed at all. So I kind of want to put another bronze on top of this. But it's like I put so much powder on already till I don't want to. And I feel like my face actually looks poorly somewhat, so I don't want to screw it up by adding more stuff. But yeah, this is not a bronzer for anybody that's darker than medium tan. If you're darker than Kelsey Breonna J, I don't advise that you try to use this at all. The highlighters in it are okay, but since she came out with a whole highlighting palette now, this one right here, I don't recommend that you even look at this if you are darker than Kelsey Breonna J. So yeah, there's that. The highlights in her are nice, but I already own her, what do you call them? I think they're called Super Glows. I already own the Super Glows individually. She has a goldish one that kind of reminds me of Trophy Wife that isn't nearly as glittery that I like. And then she has her original ones that are much smoother formula than the ones that are in here. So I would recommend that if you're brown, you just stay away from this palette. But you should definitely get your hands on the Bloom palette. Now this one, I had mixed feelings about. When I first tried it, I said if you're my skin tone, you shouldn't get it. I still kind of stand by that though, just because I'm like, I don't feel like it's as impactful as it could be. And I think I just got spoiled by that first palette that I just showed you all, the Bloom one. That this one just isn't cutting it for me. Plus, this is like super glittery blush, and I don't like that. And then I don't feel like this highlighter is that impactful like it says it's an impact powder. I don't feel like it just does it for me. So this one, I mean, if you like this color story, then I guess you could try it out, but I don't recommend it. Now let's get into the one I'm trying now, and then we'll, you know, decide upon if I like this or not. And this is a highlighter palette, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two shades on this side of the face, and then we'll put these two shades on this side of the face. So I'm going to start with this side and then work my way to this side. I see what people mean. This, I'm just rubbing it with my finger, and it seems like really hard compared to the other creams that she has. So I'm not a fan of it just because of the way it rubs, and now I see what Mel and Morgan were talking about. Just no. it took a lot to rub it out. And then it wasn't like getting warming up or softening or anything. It feels like a weird hard bubble that you're just rubbing your hands on and product is coming off. That, I know that sounds like a really weird description, but it felt like I was rubbing like a hard marshmallow. I don't know how else to describe it. I'm sorry. Because like I said, I know that sounds really stupid, but that's legit what it felt like. It felt like I was rubbing a hard marshmallow, see? And then I feel like it has like a weird bubble that's caving into it as I'm rubbing it. Look at that. Like, I don't know. So I'm put a little bit more on, just because I feel like it's not giving that much glow, if you will. And I'm not necessarily feeling this color of my skin tone. Like, I feel like it's making me look a little ashy. I'll swatch the back of my hand and let y'all see what I'm talking about. See, like, I don't know. I just feel like it looks kind of silverish and ashy on my skin tone. But let's go ahead and put this powder over it and maybe that'll help. So we're taking Super Glow Nude powder here at the bottom, like I said we would. And we're going to put that on this side. And I'm using my Kaleidos H1 brush to do that. So. Ooh, but it's quite highlighty and impactful. The powder is. It's like I'm just going everywhere. My cheeks are going, the side of my face is going. Like, I'm going everywhere there is to glow, child. Okay. So, this is what the glow is looking like. It looks nice once you add like the shimmer to it, but at first I just feel like it looked really, you know, well, ashy, as y'all saw on my hand. So, I'm going to take the other side of this brush, the clean one, and do the other side. But let's take a different finger to do this lighter one. So I'm going to take my index finger and use this Bounce Cream Glow. I used the Bounce Cream blush on this side. So apparently that was supposed to be blush, but I wouldn't use that as a blush. And we already have blush on, so we can use it as blush tomorrow. But today, it's a highlight. Which makes sense about the color of it, because it had more of a mauve-y like tone to it. Same thing with this one. The product moves around like it's like a Super Shock type shadow cream. Okay. That's what that weird indentation was. Okay. Because I was like, what is that? See, look at it, y'all. Like, when I'm moving it, I'm rubbing my finger in it, and like moves. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna just go ahead and... I'm glad I read and realized that was a blush. Yeah, look, like, I'm rubbing my finger and the product is moving like a Super Shock shadow. Okay. So everybody's trying to get into the ColourPop Super Shock thing. Okay, so as a highlight, I don't feel like this is showing up on my face at all. So I would definitely have to use the blush as a cream highlight just to get any type of impact or showing up, because I feel like this is doing nothing. And if it is, it's like a peachy, can y'all see? Like, I feel like it has a little peachy thing on it. But again, I'll swatch it on my hand so you see what I'm talking about. Because it's just, yeah, no. See, like, it's a holographic, like, peachish type gold. I don't know if you can see it. I feel like y'all can't. I can see it, but there's a weird peachy glow, like, on my finger. Maybe you can see the weird peachy glow. Anyway, we're going to go in with the darker shade now, the Super Glaze Bronze. Super Glow Bronze. I'm going to put that on the other side of my face. And that looks beautiful. Like this right here. So I'm gonna have to rub this to my other eyebrow, because it just looks so bronzy and beautiful. So, yes, okay. I'm definitely gonna have to use my foundation brush to calm this down after we spray the face, because right now I just look entirely too glittery and crazy. And I haven't highlighted the rest of my face, so I'm gonna just take the Super Glow powder that's in bronze and just put that down the rest of my face. So okay, yeah, I'm definitely liking the side better, but in all fairness, this is supposed to be a blush that I just put on the side of my face. So let's go ahead and swatch those two colors so you can see what they look like. And then I'll be wearing this throughout the day and give you my thoughts at the end. So I just put the nude shade that's supposed to be the blush next to the cream. Let me put a little bit more because that one you hardly see. But in all fairness, it's supposed to be blush, so you probably shouldn't see it that much. Okay, so this is the nude, what is it, super glow nude. This is supposed to be the blush that goes with this cream blush. Then this is the bronzer, the super glow bronze. I mean the highlighter that's supposed to go with this cream right here. So I'll put each one of the powders on top of the cream now that you've seen the cream separately, so you can get an idea of what it looks like on the face. But like closer up since it's on my hand. I personally most likely won't be using this cream bronzer as a bronzer. I'll probably just use it as a highlighter when winter comes. But this is super glow nude, the blush that's supposed to be with the cream. And then this is the highlighter. So I'm really feeling the highlighter. I'm not feeling the blush too much, but I'm really not feeling the consistency of these creams either, just like Mel Thompson or Morgan Turner. I don't like the consistency of the cream. It's just really like, well, bouncy and thick and not in a good way. Like we're used to the thinner formula of cream. I like that better because it's easier to blend out even with my finger, even though with those I prefer to use a brush. But with this one, I just don't like the cream. I like the powders just fine, but I don't like the cream. So it's like you can buy her powders individually, those super glows, for like $20-something. Well, no, sorry, $30-something. I think they're $38, so they're almost as much as this palette. But at least you won't have to worry about the consistency being different. That's why I don't necessarily always like to buy her stuff, because I feel like it's always inconsistent. Like this cream is bouncy, but the other three are like a normal cream format. It's like I hate that she's constantly changing stuff. I know you need to change and evolve and try to give the market something different and new, but it's like, you know, can you beta test it some more before you just give it to me and think I should pay the same price and it's not as good as the other stuff you've been putting out? That'd be my problem with her. That'd be the only reason I, you know, low-key be talking about her whenever I use her stuff, because I'm like, I feel like it's always some type of inconsistency going on. Like, be like Mother. Keep it consistent. Anyway, I'm gonna check in with y'all later about these products on my face, and we'll see how that goes. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, so I have returned after a million hours of wear. As you can see, we're quite oily and greasy and gross all up and through here. But let's talk about all the stuff that's on my face. So clearly the setting spray did not help. It was 90 degrees all this weekend here in Chicago. And this is what the face is looking like. I feel like you can't tell I had blush on either side because it's just a whole greasy blob, like all up in through this. Yeah. So with the highlighters though, I'm surprised they look way nicer than they did. Adriangameover decided he needed to be in here with us. So yeah, he's in here with us while I'm trying to finish up. So I'm gonna finish this up quickly. The lip came off twice. Obviously only came off when I ate, which was good though, because I thought it was gonna be like the Fenty ones where they just dissolve after a while and you have to put on new ones. They're not like that. I didn't feel really any hydration from the hyaluronic acid that they're supposed to be in there. Y'all know that's the buzzword for products to sell, that and CBD. But I don't feel like it did anything, so I don't feel like it added any extra hydration to my lips. If you were looking for that, don't look for it. I didn't see any. The eyeshadow I think held up actually pretty awesomely, considering, you know, it transferred obviously up here. I had a whole mishap where I put on mascara and then like it transferred in here, and then I had to do a whole bunch of fixing, so I wasn't happy about that. But you know, overall I think it held up actually pretty awesome. The mascara still looks good. This is the La Mer foundation. This is like my third or fourth time wearing it, because since it's my summer shade I have to wear it now while I can. I think overall looks good. But I don't know, when it comes to the blushes, I feel like they both wore away over time, and it wasn't like I did any strenuous work, so I don't understand why they did that, but I'm just like, okay, whatever. Yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say about all the stuff on my face. Both the blushes wore away. I feel like the bronzer wore away, even though we weren't talking about that, but I just felt the need to share since it was Natasha Denona as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I don't really have anybody winning the battle on the setting sprays, because I feel like either one of them did a terrible job. I look quite dewy But in all fairness, that's what they were supposed to do. So I guess they did okay. And if you have oily, if you have, you know, dry skin, this will be fine. If you have oily skin like me, I don't know if you should wear this in the summer. You should probably wear it in the wintertime when you want to have that dewy glow from within. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll see you guys in the next one.